Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonia and today I'm going to be reviewing as well as rating some of the Netflix shows I've seen in the last year, which is Lockdown. Also, there won't be any spoilers, so don't worry. And let's get into the video. Okay, so first up we have Indian matchmaking, and I'm pretty sure every single person watching this right now has already seen it. But as much as we go like Indian matchmaking, we all love it on the inside, okay? It's amazing, shut up. But it's basically about Seema Auntie, who's a matchmaker who tries finding matches for Indians all over the world. And Nadia from it is like. So I would rate this show an 8 on 10, and you should definitely watch it because it's super short. It's like a season. Second, we have Never Have I Ever, which is about an Indian girl, Devi, who lives in California, and it basically revolves around her school life with her friends and two guys, Ben and Paxton, and I'm Team Paxton all the way. So although Indians do not talk like that and it's not Ganesh Puja, it's Diwali, it's still a really cute show that you can binge watch because it's just a season long and season 2 is coming soon. So I'd rate this show an 8.5 on 10 and Paxton and Devi are. Third, we have Riverdale, and although that show's gotten way too much hate, I still watch it. So it's basically based on the Archie comics and revolves around Archie, Jughead, Betty and Veronica, Cheryl and some other characters. Cheryl's amazing, by the way. And it's about their high school life, and it's a murder mystery. It started off well, like the first few seasons I binge watched, but now it's just unbelievable. Like, why is there aliens in that show? But I think because I've already been watching it since the beginning, I just continued to watch it, and it's currently on season 5. So if you're into like murder mysteries and shit, go ahead and watch it, and I rated a 6 on 10. Okay, so fourth we have The Fabulous Lives of Bollywood Wives, which is one of my favorites because I love drama, not guilty, and because I am obsessed with Bollywood. So the show is about Bollywood wives who have fabulous lives, and it's super glamorous. The 4 leads in the show are Mahik Kapoor, who I stan, Bhavna Pandey, Neelam Kothari Soni, and Seema Khan, along with every Bollywood actor ever, like Shah Rukh Khan, Arjun Kapoor, Karan Johar, Gauri Khan, every star you can think of. You should definitely watch it because it's just a season long, and if you like Bollywood, it's a great show. I'll rate it a 10 on 10. Fifth is Mismatched, which I personally watched because I love Mostly Sane, aka Prajakta Kohli. But I fell in love with the entire cast, Rohit Saraf, Muskan Jaffrey, Ranvijay Singha, and I think every single character on the show is super amazing. It's about Dimple and Rishi who go to like a summer school kind of thing at Aravali Institute, and Rishi's trying to find his future wife, while Dimple actually went to attend the course. And I don't want to spoil anything, but it's kind of obvious what's gonna happen. And it's super cute, like you should definitely watch it. So I'm gonna rate it an 8.5 on 10. Sixth, we have Bombay Begums, which I watched in a day, and I think it's a super real show. It's about 5 different women of different age groups who have different stories and different backgrounds. And it's about how they navigate their way through life in Mumbai. I honestly love how the scriptwriters have sort of combined 5 completely different stories and the struggles of 5 different women in different phases of their life into one and sort of made the script flow. So I would definitely recommend anyone to watch it, and I rate it an 8.75 on 10. So seventh we have Bhag Beanie Bhag, which is about Beanie Bhatnagar, played by Swara Bhaskar, and it's about how she leaves her job to become a stand-up comedian. I love how I can say that with a straight face. But it's about how her parents react to it, and how she ditches the guy she was about to marry to pursue her dreams. And I think that it's not something you can binge watch. I honestly watched it over a couple of days, even though it was just 6 to 8 episodes. But it's just a season long, and Swara Bhaskar acted pretty well. So I think I would rate this show at 6 on 10, and you should watch it. So eighth, we have Emily in Paris, which is about a girl, Emily, who's super pretty, by the way, who moves to Paris for a year from the US to work at a marketing firm. And she makes a couple of friends. She has a hot neighbor. She starts an Insta account called Emily in Paris, where she posts pictures about her life in Paris, which gets pretty famous, and people at the marketing firm initially hate her because she's American, and when do French people not hate Americans? But it's a really like feel good show, and I honestly want Emily's life so bad. But I'd rate the show 9 on 10, and you should definitely go watch it. The ninth is The Bold Type, which recently came on Netflix, and season 5 just came out in the US. It's about three girls, Jane, Sutton, and Kat, who work at the Scarlet magazine in New York, which is a feminist magazine, and it's about how they face certain struggles in obviously living in New York and through their relationships, and how they're always there for each other, like they're best friends. And I love Richard, I love Ryan, I hate Adina, oh my god. But I rate the show a 10 on 10, and it's super cute and super fun to watch. I finished the entire show in like 2 weeks. So go watch it right now. So next up we have The Circle USA, which is a reality show. It has 2 seasons. From the first season, my favorite was Sammy. From the second season, my favorite was Chloe. And the concept's kind of hard to explain, but it's basically about different people who are locked in different apartments in a building, and they can't see or hear each other. They can only communicate through their profiles and text and stuff through like a software called The Circle. They can either be themselves or be a catfish, and they have to like rank each other, and at the end like the winner wins $100,000. There's also France and Brazil, but US is the one I've seen. So I would rate it an 8 on 10, and you should go watch it if you like reality shows. 11th, we have Gilmore Girls, which is one of the best shows ever created. It's about a mother, Lorelai Gilmore, who names her daughter after herself, Lorelai Gilmore, but everyone calls her Rory. And it's about their struggles through school, university, boys. It's one of, that show will leave you smiling, and it has 7 seasons plus an on-off 8th season called A Year in the Life, and it's one of my favorite shows. I watched the entire thing in a month, and I've seen it twice. It's super duper duper cute. I cannot even emphasize on how cute that show is. But it's about how they live in Stars Hollow, which is a small town, and it's about Lorelai's relationship with her parents. There's 2 guys, Logan and Luke, who I love. So go watch the show. I'd rate it an 11 on 10. Okay, so number 12 is You, which is about a guy, the same guy who played Dan on Gossip Girl. Why is he always stalkery? Who does a lot of like stalkerish, creepy and disgusting things for the people he's in love with, the girl he's in love with. And it's about, what limit a person can go to for someone they love. And it's kind of very violent and traumatizing for no reason. Season 1's pretty good, you should watch that. Season 2 just gets kind of repetitive because he's doing the same thing over and over again. You know what's gonna happen. But I would rate the show a 5.5 on 10. And if you like psychotic lovers, go watch it. So 13th is Dynasty, which I recently watched. The first 3 seasons are on Netflix. The 4th one's only out in the US right now. It's about a rich family from Atlanta called the Carringtons, and their love life, their business life, their enemies, the Colbys. My favorite character from the show is Fallon. I absolutely stan Fallon. And I also love Liam for life. And it's a really good show. Like, it's not too businessy or serious, if that's the kind of show you don't like. And it's super fun, and you won't get bored. Like, you can binge watch it. So I would rate the show a 9.5 on 10. So 14th, we have The OC. It's about a family, the Cohens, who adopt a guy, Ryan Atwood, and their life in Orange County, California. And there's a couple of amazing characters like Summer, Marissa. It's like it shows the love life of different generations, their business life. It's very similar to Gossip Girl. I think if like Newport or California had a Gossip Girl, it would be The OC. But it's super cool. People are rich in it, but it's a really fun show to watch. It has 4 seasons, and it's a CW show, so I would rate the show a 9.5 on 10 and go watch it. Number 15 is Bridgerton, and honestly the first time I watched it, I watched like 10 minutes of it and I'm like,
never watching the show again, what the hell.
But I gave it a second try and I absolutely loved this show. I watched the entire thing in a day. It's about the Bridgerton family and it's a very like princessy, it has like balls and it's like London in 1800 kind of vibe. But it's compared to Gossip Girl because there's a lady Whistledown who does all that gossip stuff. But I honestly think that it's kind of a different vibe. But I love Simon. Daphne gives me Rory from season 7 vibes, but them together, like, amazing. So you should watch the show and I rate it a 9 on 10. 16th, we have Ginny and Georgia, which is kind of compared to Gilmore Girls, and I get why, because the story is about a mother and daughter, a single mother, and their relationship, their love life. Marcus and Ginny are super cute. Paul, I think, and Georgia are super cute. I love Maxie. She's my favorite character from the show. And it's just a really cute show that you could finish in a day or two. You should definitely go watch it. I rated it an 8.75 on 10. Go watch it. 17th, we have Interior Design Masters, and this is one of those docs and reality TV, like the Vela part of Netflix that no one watches. But I honestly watched the show and it was kind of good. Like, it was the type of show that you could watch when you have nothing to do. It's about a couple of like people who want to be interior designers and they're trying to compete to get one project as an interior designer. They have like a couple of mini projects as interior designers. I've said interior designers a billion times that they have to do, and it's like a reality show competition kind of thing. If you like interior designing, you like people who build houses, like design houses, go watch it. I'd rate it in 7 or 10. Okay, so next up we have Too Hot to Handle, and to keep this PG-13 I won't mention what it's exactly about. But it's a super entertaining show. I love Chloe, I love Harry, I love David,
I hate Francesca, like, oh my god, can Francesca just shut up sometimes?
Overall, it's a really good show. You should definitely watch it. It's like the time pass kind of shows, but it's actually really, really good. And honestly, it's not that inappropriate apart from the concept of the show, because nothing's really happening, right? But go watch it. I rate the show an 8 on 10. Next up, we have Inmates, which is an Indian show. It is about a couple of people who live in the same house. Honestly, I have no idea what the hell is going on in that show. The only reason I put it here was because I saw it. And honestly, by like the 4th episode, I was kind of bored. There's like 6 in it. I wouldn't recommend you to watch it. It's kind of a waste of time. No offense to the people who made it or acted in it. It's kind of one of those like filter copy type shows, but it isn't even funny. So don't go watch it. I'll give it like a 4.5 or a 5 on 10. Number 20, we have Bling Empire, which is basically the Crazy Rich Asians of California. Like, not the movie Crazy Rich Asians, but actually like Crazy Rich Asians. It's kind of like the Californian Asian version of Fabulous Lives. It's like a reality series with a lot of drama, like there's bitch fights, there's like love drama. It's basically super entertaining, and it's the kind of show you can watch when you have like free time, and it has a season, so honestly go watch it. You'll probably be jealous and be like, I can't afford like 1,000th of that, but it's a good show, so I rate it a 7.5 on 10. 21 or 21, depends on how you're seeing it, is Get Even, which is a show I recently watched. It's about 4 girls who aren't really friends in real life, but they sort of become like colleagues to fight all the wrong stuff that's happening in their school, which is like a rich private school kind of thing. And they all have like very different social lives, but they sort of work towards a common cause. And the name of the group is DGM, which stands for Don't Get Mad, and so the show's like Get Even, that's like their slogan kind of thing. And some messed up stuff happens in that show, like people die. But overall, it's a good show. You can watch it in a day. It's a season long. I'd rate it in 7.5 on 10. Number 22 is a show I'm currently watching, Insatiable. It's about a girl, Patty Bladell, who sort of is overweight and becomes like skinny, and she starts competing in pageants with a lawyer / pageant coach, Bob Armstrong, and he gives weird middle names to a guy called Bob Barnard, who's somehow always shirtless. and some stuff in that show will happen which will make you want to yeet yourself off a cliff. But overall, it's an interesting show. It's, you know, pageanty but also like violency at the same time. So honestly, anyone and everyone can watch it. Some parts are super relatable. There's daddy issues, mommy issues, divorce issues, etc. going on, relationship issues, drug issues, every issue possible. I'd rate the show 8.75 on 10. Go watch it. So number 23 is Greenhouse Academy. I think season 4 came at like the beginning of lockdown or right before it. But I included it because even though it's 7+, it's honestly a super entertaining show. And it's about the Greenhouse Academy, which has two things, the Ravens and the Eagles. And it's like a school that doesn't teach the traditional way, and I honestly wish school was more like that. But they face a lot of problems with like, and there's the FBI involved, and the two main characters are like siblings. Their parents are also very like FBI and astronauty. But it's a really cool show. I would 100% recommend you to watch it, and I rated it 9.5 on 10. So number 24, and don't judge me for this, is the Babysitter's Club, which is about 4 girls who sort of make a group called the Babysitter's Club to babysit children and like earn money. And even though it's 13+, don't come at me, I like it. And the girls in the show are like 11 or 12, but it's good. I like what I like. And I'm basically a 4-year-old to watch it. Why am I just ranting about the show at this point? But okay, so it's a really sweet show. It doesn't get too dark at any point, and it's one of those shows that you can just watch when you're free and don't have anything to do. And I rate the show an 8 on 10. Number 25, and the most important one. I mean, did you really think Sanya Malhotra would make a video reacting to shows and not include Gossip Girl in it? So even though it's not on Netflix anymore, it was during lockdown, and I rewatched it at that time for the 11th time. But it's about Blair, Chuck, Serena and Nate, which are the non-judging Breakfast Club. Their friendships, relationships in NYC, Upper East Side. They're all super rich. It's about the love life of their parents, and a lot of drama goes on in that show. Basically why I love it. But it's the show that I can see a billion, gazillion, trillion, million times and not get bored of it. Like, how can a show be that great? Okay, this isn't about Sanya and why she loves shows. This is about Gossip Girl. So if you like drama, you like relationships, you like teenage shows, you like rom-coms, go watch Gossip Girl, because Blair Waldorf is the most amazing person on this planet, and so is Chuck Bass, and them together are just legendary. And even like Serena and Nate together are super cute. Darina is super, I mean, okay, it's cute. There's some characters that you'll hate in the show, like Bart Bass and Vanessa. That's just personal opinion. Blair over Serena any day, and anyone who doesn't agree. But yeah, you should go watch Gossip Girl. I rate it like a billion on 10. So that was it. I hope I can help you decide your Netflix list for the next couple of days, weeks, months, depending on your speed. If you like this video, go give it a big fat thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, still give it a big fat thumbs up, because we spread kindness in this household. Go subscribe to my channel, niche somewhere here. I'm also going to be linking my socials in the description: Insta, Clubhouse, Snap, etc. So go follow me there, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next Sunday. Okay, bye.